can't stay.
I am somebody. I can change the world.
The major mistake that everybody makes is waiting to feel like it, waiting for somebody to pick you, waiting for the right time, waiting for you to feel motivated. It's not coming. For the big stuff, for the hard stuff, it requires a push, always has, always will. Nobody is coming to save your ass. It is up to you. And so if you want to change anything about your life, stop sitting around and wasting your goddamn life and start pushing yourself. Whether it's a fast, or it is starting a business, or it is changing how you talk to your spouse, or it's changing the kind of parent that you are, you got one life.
As soon as you open up your eyes, understand that you enter into consciousness. It is at that moment that your creativity is at its most powerful. At that moment, you have an opportunity to steer your thoughts and your emotions in the direction that you want them to go. In other words, you can choose to seize the day, or you could let the day seize you.
It's time to stay focused. It's time to decide, fuck clubs, fuck partying, fuck trying to fit in and socialize, rub elbows with everybody so people can stop calling you weird. Why are you so antisocial? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you staying on the basketball court so much? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you out there practicing in the hot sun when ain't nobody else out there? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you not clubbing? Like every time I text you and invite you to go do something fun and cool, you always studying. Because I'm trying to get it. Let me tell you something, homie. These women ain't going nowhere. These clubs, these parties, all this shit ain't going nowhere. The more weird you are is a reflection of how committed you are to focusing on your shit, molding and shaping and developing your ideas and your craft so that when it's time for you to make your rounds, you gon' fly.
I wrote myself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and I gave myself 5 years, or 3 years maybe, and I dated it Thanksgiving 1995, and I put it in my wallet and I kept it there, and it deteriorated and stuff, but then just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million on, I think it was Dumb and Dumber, maybe.
I think that the number one thing is you have to have a very clear vision, a very clear goal of where you want to go, because only then you will get there. You can have the best airplane or the best ship in the world, but if the captain doesn't know where to go, he will just drift around. If the pilot does not know where to go, he will just drift around with his plane. So I think the key thing is that we know where we're going, and that you're very passionate about that. You see it always in front of you, the goal. And the other thing that's important is that you got to shoot for the top. You got to go and really have big goals and think big, because then you're going to get big. Then you're going to go and achieve big things. That is the most important thing. You know, we don't achieve big things by accident.
Your gifts can take you many places if you develop your gifts. Most of us don't like to do those things that come easy to us. Decide that you're going to push yourself. Most people won't do that. Most people give up on themselves easily. You know the human spirit is powerful. There's nothing as powerful. It's hard to kill the human spirit. You've got to sell yourself every day on your abilities, on what you're doing, on the goal that you want to reach. You've got to sell yourself every day, every day, every day. Most people go through life never discovering what their talents are. Most people never develop their talents. They have skills and abilities, but if you don't nurture them, if you don't develop them, they will never serve you. Your gifts can take you many places if you develop your gifts. You have something that you brought to the universe, And that if you decide that my life deserves my developing this what I do well, and becoming the best at it, and mastering myself, and seeing what I have within me, if you decide to drop your buckets where you are and develop your gifts, I grant you, you'll never ever be without. One idea can change your life. One idea can turn your life around.
My dream is to be #1, pretty much. My goal is #1 in MMA.
I grant you that your gifts will take you places that will literally amaze you. I grant you that if you begin to work to develop your gifts, you'll develop a strong sense of happiness. You'll get a larger vision of yourself. All of us need some area of our lives where we can have a feeling of competence. Selling yourself on your ability to perform a job, to achieve a certain objective. Telling yourself every day, here I go again, and I got what it takes. This is my day, and nothing out here is going to stop me. If you decide that area that you love, that you are going to master that particular area, as you begin to develop and expand your skills and your talents and your vision of yourself, you will always be in control of your destiny.
When you leave, when you walk out of here, God's gonna show you how to get out of that relationship. He's gonna show you how to get out that job. He's gonna show you how to get out that friendship. He's gonna show you how to get out that gang. He's gonna show you how to get out that drug cartel. Somebody in this room right now, you don't want to sell dope no more, but you're scared they're gonna kill you. God's gonna show you, he's gonna give you an escape route. Somebody's in an abusive relationship. God's gonna show you how to get out of it tonight. The question is, will you be obedient? God's gonna show you how to get out of that. He's gonna show you how to get out of it. Are you gonna be obedient? Take the escape route. This window, there's a short window, but it's enough room to get out of it right now. You're in this room right now and you need an escape route. I'm going to continue to sweat and serve you forever. This is it, I'm closing. God's not gonna sweat you forever and serve you forever. There's some of you, you're under grace right now. You're under grace right now. God is sweating you when you're not sweating him. There's some other human being that you're giving way more of your attention to, and they're not breathing breath into your nostrils. And God ain't gonna keep playing with you. There's a time limit that God is going to deal with you. It's grace, it's a grace period. It's a grace period right now. God's sweating you and giving you blessings that you don't even deserve. God's running up behind your butt right now and serving you, but he ain't gonna keep doing it. He's not gonna keep doing it. He's not gonna keep doing it. It's gonna be a point that he's just gonna give you up to a reprobate mind. Go. You don't want me, go. Seem like you love money more than me. Go, have it and see what it'll do for you. You want power more than you want me. Go have it. Go. He's gonna let you go because he's a gentleman and he's not gonna force himself on you. He will eventually move on to the person that's sweating him and serving him. To realize I was delusional. I thought if you were a good person and you do right by people, that people will take your kindness and give you kindness back. But what I realize is sometimes in this world, the kinder you are, the more they try to play you like a fool. I was delusional. I'm nice to you, you nice to me. Don't always work like that. Sometimes it's nice to me and I take advantage of you. So some of y'all, you delusional. I just need you to do me a favor. When you are delusional, you can never get the outcomes you want because the premise in which you're operating from is a lie. So you got to work from truth. And some of us don't want to deal with truth because it's so difficult. E.T., you dropped out of school. E.T., you grew up in a certain community. In order for you to be able to do what you need to do like a Tony Robbins, there's some things that you don't have in your arsenal that if you can just admit you don't have it in your arsenal, then you can go get it. But until you admit that you don't have it, you'll never be able to do it. So I need you to do me a huge favor. I just need you to be real. And the reason why a lot of y'all don't want to be real, because some of you would rather be in a lie and at least have a lie than not have anything at all. You already know the reality about that relationship. You already know that job, your boss ain't about to cash you out. You're just scared to quit and start your own business because you don't know if you're going to do well or not. You know you shouldn't. Come on, be honest. You know you still shouldn't be at that job right now. Shouldn't be at that job, but you're delusional. that one day is going to be your day, that one day you're going to merge your job and your calling together. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to just leave. Right? Was that the last one, son? Oh, the dream will destroy you. Right? Let it. The first version of Eric Thomas would never be able to stand in front of you guys. The first version of Eric Thomas, the high school dropout, that guy would have never been able to stand here and help you. I had to destroy that Eric Thomas. That Eric Thomas that grew up in Detroit and had like that Detroit mentality, while I love it, it doesn't transfer to every community. I had to let the dream destroy you. Let it strip you. Let it remake and mold you. Don't be afraid. Some of you are afraid. Listen to me. Wherever you from, if that's where you from, if you leave, you can always come back. I promise you. I promise you, when you come back, you can get right back in the conversation. Ain't nothing gonna change. I promise you, whatever world you're from, if you go to other worlds, you can always go back to that world. Are you listening to me? Let it destroy you. That letter was only going to do one or two things. That's what you're scared of. You scared to get to the real answer. Once I sent my man that letter, only two things going to happen. One, he going to pay me, or two, he going to say, no thank you. That's what you're afraid of. You're afraid to get to the real answer. And yes, while it hurt, I let it destroy me, meaning what? Every time I do it, it's that much easier for me to do it. And what I had to think about was, yo, bro, if you don't want to pay me and you know what I do, then that means you looking out for you. Why? Because you getting a check. That's what I love about folk, bro. You getting a check. You making millions as a coach. If you really think I'm as good as you think I am, and you just told me what I could do for the team, if you getting a check every time they do better, then why wouldn't you give me a check and bring me in? So really you showing your hand. What you really telling me is you don't really value me, because if you really value me, you cut the check. But what you tell me is I have to talk to the front office. You ain't got to talk to the front office. You got Jews. So do me a favor, let it destroy you. The version of you that you are right now is a blessing, but it won't take you to the next level. What got you here won't take you there. So let the dream destroy you, tear you down, redefine you, build you back up, make you stronger.